Hello, I'm going to recommend something different today. This is going to be a new series about covers. The artist is Rasputina. The album is Lost and Found EP from 2003, the second edition, and the label is Instinct Records. So I think if you're a fan of music, it's almost inevitable that you will gravitate to different interpretations of songs. That is something that I really enjoy, is when someone takes a song that I like and reinvents it somehow. On this Rasputina EP, they do it with several songs. The first edition was self-released in 2001, but the second edition featured 2 more songs and was released in 2003 by Instinct Records. The brainchild of Rasputina is cellist, vocalist Melora Krieger. There have been too many other members over the years to name, but if you want to know more, you can check out their Wikipedia page. I think the best way to describe them is gothic chamber rock. I say that, but I'm not even sure if that does it justice. They are really just their own thing. And while I do like their actual albums, I think this is one of their greatest releases. Essential listening. Here's the track list and who did the song originally, but I think every cover on here is great. If I was to pick one though, I think the standout is Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. On this track, as well as many of the other ones, her vocals are kind of detached, nasal, and deliberately unpretty. I adore her vibrato. I mean, she's really just a master at singing as well as playing the cello. She's just great. I think as far as the song, this retains the forlorn aspects of the original, but adds something to it, a vulnerability. I mean, I think this could have been a number one, hit if it wasn't so weird. I think it takes that song and just wraps it in this bow in just this really beautiful way. I love when the song really kicks in at 1:30. The beat there is just great and it just brings it up. Marilyn Manson's Tourniquet sounds like a spider getting ready for a meal or something. That's the only way I can describe it. And in this case, I actually think Rasputina's version is better than Marilyn Manson's version by like a lot. As far as songs that they did better, I also think they did Fire and Ice better than Pat Benatar. I know maybe that's sacrilege to some, but I think it's better. The Velvet Underground's All Tomorrow's Parties sounds like some kind of twisted Baroque recital, which I think is kind of perfect for the song. It reinterprets it into something gentler than the original, maybe a little bit sadder and more tragic. The electric guitar on it is awesome. You wouldn't think this is possible considering that the band is mostly cello, but they retain the rocking aspect of Zeppelin's rock and roll. It definitely rocks. When it comes on, I'm just like, yeah, I have to say this is great. But what is so special about this is they just totally reinvent the songs, the prose. This is kind of sparse and a little bit spooky at times. I think with their music, there's this obsession with history, with cruelty towards women, but just in general, and like decay. Kind of reminds me of the French Revolution, like Marie Antoinette or something. It's almost like a recital gone wrong. Like I imagine upper crust having this recital, but then cannibals come in or something and it's just totally pagan and weird. That's kind of what their music is like. I also think there's something kind of Southern Gothic about it. The emptiness and that kind of haunting, like an abandoned plantation or some ghostly Victorian manor or something. It's very Fall of the House of Usher, I think. The cons. Maybe it's too weird for some. Others may think it's spooky for spooky's sake. I don't really see that though. I think Melora Krieger is kind of a savant. This is more artistic than spooky in my opinion, and I get what she's doing. At the height of their fame, they were kind of lumped in with the pop industrial of like Marilyn Manson, but I definitely think that they were their own thing. One thing of note, something I discovered in researching this is that their last few releases were not put out digitally, which I find interesting also. They were either out on vinyl or CD, and you got to respect that, I think. Final thoughts, I love a good cover, and this is full of them. I mentioned cello in my video on Pigface. You can check that out. above, but I think it's an underutilized instrument in rock. It just is. It really works, especially if it's used correctly. And here, I think it is used correctly. If you have anything to say about any of these tracks, you can post that below, but I think they're awesome covers, and I'm gonna do some more videos like this in the future. But anyway, that's all I got. Take care. Have a good day.